tip-off goes to the Celtics. Nice ball movement by Boston. Back to Tatum. There's the three. And Brown pulls it down. And here's Denver. 21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown, who won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And their coach, Michael Malone, used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, you know, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before. This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. Gordon for three. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And when his jumper's going down, Gordon's game goes to another level.
Here's Tatum. To Porzingis. Porzingis pulls it down hard.
The creativity there from Porzingis. He wanted to make that one sting a little.
Here's Jokic. Takes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Quick start for the Nuggets in this one. It's a 5-point game. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. 6 to shoot. And Jokic throws it down hard.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you got to get him away from the basket.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Offensive rebound. Left side, Porter. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Jokic. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
You got to put a body on Jokic or he'll torch you on the offensive glass.
Right outside. Jokic cracks the miss. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, great, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Nice try. It's all good.
And so it's Boston with it. They trail by 11. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now the obvious concern is with Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Shakes a three. Outside Gordon. And here's Jokic outside. It's held in by Brown. Tatum on the wing. Mr. Porzingis pulls up on the wing. Stolen by Gordon. deep. Jokic. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can go.
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release. And
Inside.
that is incredible.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
Here's Gordon. And Gordon finishing it off.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless? It's a foul there. I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. For 3, Gordon. Denver the rebound. 3-pointer. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
Here's Pritchard. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, Horford. 5 to shoot. For the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Jokic has a 2-pointer. And the wing jumper offline.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball ins to 1 feet. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Murray with it. And it's Horford picking him up. Pass to Tatum. Back to Horford. Celtics passing it around. Here's Pritchard. No scoring in this one. Here's Craig. That one wide left. The Nuggets lead by 14. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a ways making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scores on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time. Fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And the Celtics with possession here. 17-point game. Launches it from deep. Boston again missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking them up for way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And it's White missing.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
First personal foul. First team foul.
For 3, Murray.
and an excellent defender. The way Holiday disrupts and stays active and engaged on this end, outstanding.
Here's Brown. Reverses. And the layup is up and in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's White driving to the basket. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Now, Jokic, 14 points for him. Clock at 6. Here's Brown, and the turnover again by Denver. Greg, you know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
2 minutes.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. And they're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Here's Gordon. Jason Tatum grabs the ball. Celtics trailed 5-13. Here's White. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Oh, that's terrific anticipation from Jokic, erasing that shot attempt.
Denver shooting their first free throw this game.
At the line for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray. Line for 1.
Free throw good. Murray.
Substitution on the court.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Here's Crawford. The Nuggets with another miss. And the Denver Nuggets, led by multi-time MVP Nikola Jokic. And they've done a tremendous job surrounding him with the right kind of people.
They certainly have, Kevin. But one caveat here. You can surround Nikola Jokic with any player, Kevin. And he will figure out their strengths and get them the ball where they need to have it. This guy makes everything better.
So you think we're not giving enough attention maybe to what he thinks upstairs, how he sees the game.
He sees the game, Kevin, as well as anyone who's ever played it. And he directs traffic out there. He is a true point center.
And giving up some reaches inside, but needs him forward with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Celtics trailed by 13. Inside. Horford, no luck. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
Pass to Brown. "17 seconds left to play in the first half. And stolen by Jordan. Westbrook scanning the floor. Screen by Saric. Fires from deep. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Nuggets lead by 14. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a minute. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly.